Me make that video, Mark Golding, Andrew Wallace. Me beg you, send one rescue for them tomorrow. Them are dead, hungry, I kill them. Would them done pass through this time already? So you go back there again?
More 1 week.
Please, come on, Andrew Wallace, man. If you really have one human being blood that run through you, send me some water tomorrow. No one wake up in the man and hear say, beats and spring left out people, them have some water. Send the helicopter, please. If anybody, if Andrew doesn't do it, somebody else going to beg you. So Mr. Andrew Wallace, Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell. Me like you, you know. Because you're outspoken, me like you. Send one copter come help the beats and spring and left out people, them.
At Grand Gala, we see soldiers repelling from the helicopters. It can't be just practice. No is the real thing.
The member from South St. James is misleading the House, Madam Speaker. At no point and at no time in the Prime Minister's presentation did he speak about persons jumping out of helicopters, as you just said a while ago. Madam.
Most of us appreciate English language and understand similes and metaphor, but you'll get there.
Wait a minute.
Wow, I'm dead.
Look, me see him and kill me.
Now welcome back to another Exclusive for Life. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review.
Alright. See it, my boss.
Yep.
To the barrel, Jamaica. Boss, I must carry 2 barrels so you can pull it up.
With the help of the customer, you may get 10.
Alright, but we'll start off with that one here. So tomorrow then I'm going to bring the label for your shop, right?
Don't forget, customer, to fill up. We do 2, and the rest one we do for the customer. So we're gonna put 2 here.
Yeah.
For us, we fill it, and wherever the customer buying it, and they help the donation to Jamaica, we'll be pleased to help everybody.
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you for your support.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How long is staying here?
As long as they're full.
Until they full. Once they full, then we take them away and bring them.
The container, we have about 2 weeks before the container leaves, so we have 2 weeks to pull them up.
Good.
So anything you have and you want to donate, you bring it, you drop it. Anytime you see any of these and it has this on it, because it's going to be in other places.
Then that one you know it's authentic.
Yeah,
there you go.
And we up on the ground. We up on the ground at Jamaica.
Yeah. I just see it online. I did post it.
Alright.
Oh, nice. Yes.
See it, say
Thank you.
Viral, Baba. 100,000 people look on it already since. And when me talk to you yesterday, we never do it. We do it when we come after me talk to you and come on Brixton. That's when we did the video.
That's why I tell you, put a label on it.
Yeah.
Put outside the people.
Authentic. Yeah.
Check my shoes going to the right people.
Yes.
In Jamaica. Because before we tried to send the money, they didn't go to right people. We want to go to exactly the right people who need it.
Right. That's
and we'll help everybody.
Yes.
And this shop is a community shop.
Yeah.
So we got most of the Caribbean.
And you will come first.
And
we
get
go around the thing.
Choose and me to fill up.
Yeah.
And the rest one we put one outside wherever the customer put in there. So we expect 10 or whatever we can fill up.
Yeah, man, we have 100 of these.
Definitely
Give
you
thanks.
get 2 in my own body shop.
Respect.
Yes.
Shop business.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. All right.
We're gonna fill up.
And please give us the name of your shop, please.
Latinian Caribbean food store in Brixton Village Market, opposite to Ilya Fish Mango.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a picture out there right now as well. Yes. Thank you. Have you said Latin and Caribbean food store? Opposite.
Alright. See it, my boss.
Yep.
To the barrier.
One thing me know now, we as Jamaican, we are so well loved across all over the world. We can't suffer. No, big boss, Mr. Shipping Man, ting-a-ling. Make sure say you carry some of them barrel they come put a West London. You see me I say ours then, because we have all heap of Jamaican people live in those areas. and people them love Jamaica and we will load up all of them barrel there. Only thing me I ask you, Mr. Prime Minister, take it easy upon the people them, man. You know fear shut down the custom so fast, cause January I gonna be the hardest time for the people them the start of the year, plus the people them now gonna have no Christmas. So I think this is just my opinion that you should keep the custom duty free up till further on down in the year, till further on in time the people of Jamaica can see recovery, because all these donations across the world, it would make it so much easier for the people them that are sending it for know so them now have to pay this extortion fee out of custom for these donations where them are sent to the people them of Jamaica. I'm Mark Golden to say to you, 28, that 1 month of free custom is not good enough. You need to extend it, and you come and extend it now to the end of December. 2026 gonna be a new year, and everybody knows that January are hard months. The people that are gonna continue and need the help. So you should leave the custom duty free said way, so that the people in the diaspora can send food, anything for the people in Jamaica, and the people in Jamaica shouldn't have to consider paying big money for clear it, or the people in foreign affairs consider for pay big money for clear it, when them could have take that money, buy more goods for send for the people them. I just that's what me see. Now listen to what the Prime Minister said.
Humanitarian goods, the government had approached customs, Madam Speaker, to speed the flow of humanitarian goods. The government had approved customs duty and GCT exemption for the importation of relief supplies for one month, expiring November 28th. Recognizing that recovery efforts are ongoing and will extend beyond this 1 month period, we will extend this relief period by a further month to the end of December 2025. This measure will ensure that every shipment of relief supplies can reach our people quickly, efficiently, and without additional financial burden.
Hurricane Melissa has torn through Jamaica, right? And the UK government was asked to give relief. And 2.5 million is all the UK government could muster in terms of aid for Jamaica. Now, I don't know about you, but that is the insult of the highest level, considering that Jamaica has been part of the Commonwealth, and also considering the historical ties that Jamaica has to the UK. And 2.5 million is all they thought they could give. Let's look at the numbers for a second. The UK government has given Ukraine over 21 billion in military aid and humanitarian support. When Turkey and Syria went through the devastation of an earthquake, the UK government gave over £30 million in aid. And when Pakistan experienced catastrophic flooding, the UK government gave nearly 40 million in aid. And you know what smacks it? King Charles is still the head of state of Jamaica. He is still the head of state of Jamaica. And he signed off giving Jamaica 2.5 million in aid. I'm trying my best not to cuss out these nasty ducks. This just goes to show what they think, what the head of state of Jamaica thinks about its people. You, sir, don't give a damn about the Jamaican people, and your government don't either. Because it seems like allocation of humanitarian aid is allocated when it's in Britain's interest politically. But when Britain has extracted and taken and been neglectful of the Jamaican people for so long, why would we ever be surprised that they mustered up 2.5 million? This is absolutely an insult to the people of Jamaica, because we could have made a GoFundMe and raised this in a week. You understand? So Keir Starmer, why don't you take that 2.5 million and stick it where the sun don't shine? Because Jamaican people don't have to beg for nothing, you understand? To my Jamaican people, my heart is with you, and we are doing everything we can to rebuild it. You know we are strong and resilient people. People, send in your donations. We as a people can rebuild again. Them.
Alright, tell me your name and tell me like what is happening up here.
Alright, currently I live in St. Thomas. Everybody know me as Westy. And literally I never hear from the people.
This is 7 days after the hurricane, no people. This is bad. 7 days and not even a drop of water them people you get from them time until now. This is bad, man. It's bad government, it's bad. And no make nobody tell you say you do good. They might lie to you. This is bad government. Bad look bad for you.
People them say me drive come down here, and when we come down here, honestly, it don't look good. The people them need help. You see the message that I send it directly to Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, Andrew Wanless. The people them want water down here, people them literally are dead for thirst, dead for hungry, everything. People them want chop all in, they have nothing now to sleep. The kids them literally, you can't see kids them, they don't know where, like them literally got dead. We need one copter to come down here, come drop some food for the people them. The people them have nothing to drink, nothing to eat. That not look good. And the amount of people when I see a carrot care package and I tell you, oh, Dayton Cameron reach out to beats and swing left all people them yet. The people them have nothing to eat. Like, if maybe some of them are dead tomorrow. Thirsty, them are dead for thirst. And remember, they never prepare for storm because some of them never have nothing to prepare for storm. And the things them when them buy for storm run out. Imagine you don't know if it's sleep. You don't know if it's sleep. And you still have nothing to eat. Come on, we are human being people. We need some help in the fall. Beast and Spring, me a beg you, Mr. Andrew Wanless, send one copter down here. I mean next week, I mean tomorrow, today Monday, I mean Tuesday. We want the people them to get water. Literally people don't know water to drink. Me carry about 6 cases of water, and I tell you, it look like if me never stand up strong, people don't want me for water. Like, if people need the water, if they want something, the people are dead. So Mr. Andrew Wanless, Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell. Me like you, you know. Because you're outspoken, me like you. Send one copter come help the beats and Spring and left all people them.
Are you wheel up here?
You hear me I tell you, bossy?
No, you see it, you hear what the lady say? Dayton Campbell, are you win up yourself Westmoreland, you know? So make sure say come help the people them, you know. You see it? Them a go point finger upon you because you are the MP. And that's why me have to rate you or you step up in the House of Parliament and give it to them. Because to the day, the people them of Darlingston and the Westmoreland people them where that young man was talking about get supply. I see it on there. May I find the clip and I should have find the clip and put it in here. But may I tell you right now the people them I get help and I get water. Because Dayton Campbell have to go in the House of Parliament. All in time Julius Williams I try go on like she want to style the man. May I show on the next. Watch where go on.
Andrew Wanless, when you done with the politics business bossy, me I beg you no. You see left all people them really need them boss. Me not see no horse down here. Me I tell you the truth, a camera ready on the live. St. Elizabeth people don't feel like all them people down here. So no horse no left. Out of change in one house, we only have 6 houses in the district. It don't look good. And we not see no food from the storm. We need some food, Andrew Wanless. Mark Golding, we need some water. One cup of the water, one with food. We need, I'm not talking about 2 1 rice, because I can't let people them. We need the people them to get some water because if them afraid to talk. Some of them are ashamed to talk. But me I talk for them because I drive from St. Thomas, because I not hear from the people them, so I make sure say, me I make that video, Mark Golding, Andrew Wanless, me I beg you, send one rescue for the people them tomorrow. Them are dead, hungry, I kill them. Would them done pass through this time already? So you're going to dead again?
Tomorrow, 1 week.
Please, come on, Andrew Wanless, man. If you really have one human being blood that run through you, send me some water tomorrow. No one wake up in the morning and hear say, Beast and Spring left all people them have some water. Send the helicopter, please. And if anybody, if Andrew doesn't do it, somebody else may beg you. The assistant, they need it on you. They need it. Right now, I tell you.
Help me because
2 weeks old, couple weeks old, and then out the door them sleep.
My heart hurt me because this little one is 2 weeks old,
outside.
2 weeks old, and then out the door them sleep.
Outside. And we not have to experience outside. This. Everybody else at church outside. Them have concrete structure, and this
and we not have to experience
outside.
this. Everybody else at church them have concrete structure.
This is outside.
Outside.
So I have to help. I want diapers, I want feed, I want meal, I want tarpaulin,
I want diapers,
we need clothes, we need food.
I want meal, I
anything
want
that you can give.
We need clothes,
I'll take it, and as many trips I need to make down here, I'm coming back.
Anything that you can give.
This is too much.
I'll take it, and as many trips I need to make down here, I'm coming back.
This is too much. They are sleeping outside. The only reason why they put up back this is
too much.
Because of the babies. There are 3 babies here.
Outside. The only reason why they put up back this is because
4, 1 and 1.
Babies. There are 3 babies.
2 and 1, 1 and 8 months. And the one that must be about 2. Alright, if you don't think so, let me go over. Down to the puss hungry, Jesus grime it. OMG. Look at this bedroom. This baby I forgot through hurricane and storm. No pampers not there. No pampers not there. So I'm soliciting your help, please, and thank you. I'm soliciting your help.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have a few questions. At the outset, nothing that I say is politically motivated. I guess when a politician is saying something, people naturally think it's political because it's coming from a politician.
Member, just straight to the question.
No, Madam Speaker, please. I have a mother that is in St. Anne. I don't have one in here.
Member, question please.
Don't do that.
Straight to the question, member.
Don't respond. Don't respond.
I am simply trying to set the context of what I'm saying by saying that nothing that I have to say here is politically motivated. It's a simple point.
No, but there's not a reason why I'm feeling the same.
My first question, because I think we have to learn from what we do. My first question, in the preparation for the hurricane, when the initial allocation was made of $200 million, we were told that some of us constituencies were not included in that allocation of $200 million. We raised concerns because the system was bigger than the country, several times bigger, and clearly would have affected every parish. Looking at what happened, where Westmoreland was told that we're not a priority, and landfall was made in eastern Westmoreland, do we think that we have the appropriate mechanism in place to make the allocations for impending weather events like this?
Good question. Good question. Good question.
My second question. In the lead up again to the hurricane, we were told that the supplies would not get to the shelters until the system started and persons started going to the centers. Do you think that was the appropriate decision, seeing that we were preparing for a Category 5 hurricane, and naturally it would have caused disruption in access to get to the shelters? Could have made my points easier. Idea, an accurate count of the number of deaths that have occurred in Jamaica. No. Because based on my count from my own constituency, in the Darliston division, there are 12. In the Leamington division, 4. Betheltown division, 2. And 7 in the White House division, which is giving me 25. So do we have an accurate count as to the number of deaths that have taken place in the country? Do we believe that the response to retrieve the bodies was appropriate? Because we've had funeral homes that had to come for some, and the community members had to bury others in eastern Westmoreland. So do we believe that the response has been adequate to pick up the bodies? In terms of the response of ministries, departments and agencies, how do we go about making an assessment on how we deploy personnel from ministries, departments and agencies to constituencies that are affected? Eastern Westmoreland is where landfall was made. A Category 5 hurricane, the eye of it, so that carries the eye wall, went across the constituency, starting in New Hope to Darliston to Betheltown and then over into South St. James. Total devastation and destruction along the entire constituency. Do we believe that enough personnel from ministries, departments and agencies have been mobilized for a constituency like this, which is in fact the actual ground zero of the hurricane? My next question: do we think that the condition that obtains in the shelters currently is adequate? The Maud McLeod shelter in Darliston, the persons there are sleeping on the desk that are within the shelter. Not one mattress is at the facility. Females are there that are having their monthly cycles without any form of supplies being given to that center. 3-month-old baby in the center. Do we think that sufficient work is being done in the centers, in the shelters that currently obtain? There are over, by my estimation, at least 2,000 homes that are flat, not damaged. They are totally destroyed. The foundation is all that you see. Do we think enough is being done to provide shelter, food and water for those persons who have been displaced? I'm encouraged, Prime Minister, by some of what you have said. I'm encouraged by some of what you have said. Not being unreasonable, I'm encouraged by some of what you have said. The establishment of the points by the JDF is something that is long overdue, so that we can have access points across the constituency where you can airlift supplies to and then distribute from there, and that we can get medical personnel in place. The hurricane itself and the destruction that it has caused is a high-stress environment. To be hypertensive, have high blood pressure and be out of your medication in a high-stress environment is a recipe for disaster. It's a ticking time bomb. So those persons that are within Eastern Westmoreland that needs medical care, the centers have to be set up urgently in a way that the army can mobilize persons to the different communities so they can attend to persons. There are at least 3 communities that are still maroon. And at Grand Gala, we see soldiers rappelling from the helicopters. It can't be just practice. Now is the real thing.
No my viewers about subscriber, Mr. can't stop laughing now. Cause I don't even know what this MP name. But him so quick for defend number 28. Look how he make a mockery himself.
The member from South St. James is misleading the House, Madam Speaker. At no point and at no time in the Prime Minister's presentation did he speak about persons jumping out of helicopters, as you just said a while ago.
Most of us appreciate English language and understand similes and metaphor, but you'll get there.
Wait a minute.
Wow, I'm dead.
Now as 28 would say, fully dance.
Beast and Spring, which are Beast and Spring, the 3 areas that are maroon, Beast and Spring, and a community called Touch Valley, and there's another section there called Left Hall, and then you have Amity up in close to the border with South St. James. PM, my own assessment, and I'm not a specialist in this, but my own assessment, looking at the damage to the housing stock, is that I believe that the only thing that I see that can quickly deal with it is the containerized housing solutions that come anywhere between 3,000 to 4,000 US landed.
If you could move into a new home for a few $1,000s, would you be interested? Share your thoughts in the comments. What if I told you that for just $3,000 you could own a concrete house, and it takes only 1 week from start to move in? It sounds unbelievable, but it's real. This house isn't built brick by brick on site. It's manufactured entirely in a factory. Every wall and floor is measured with millimeter precision. The walls, floors, and roof are all pre-made. They are transported by trucks to the site. Then cranes lift and connect them perfectly. It's like building with giant LEGO blocks. In just a few days, the whole house takes shape. It saves time and cuts expensive labor costs. Most importantly, it's incredibly durable. It uses reinforced concrete structures. It's fireproof, waterproof, and earthquake resistant. It can even withstand extreme weather conditions. Many countries are already using this technology. It's used to build homes, offices, schools, and hospitals. Because factory production is faster and more accurate, it reduces errors and material waste. Within days, empty land becomes a real home. It costs less than a used car, yet it gives you a place to call your own. Maybe this is how homes of the future will be built. If you could move into a new home for a few $1,000s, would you be interested? Share your thoughts in the comments.
And erected.
Member, do you have any more questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
Okay, please,
yes,
member.
Yes, I do.
Please, member, questions.
What is the possibility of us as a country putting a program together that will see us being able, and I'm sure the other members from Westmoreland will speak for themselves, but and surrounding areas, because Northwest St. Elizabeth is in the same category, you know. So it's not a political point that I am making, because the damage there is just as bad. What is the possibility of us being able to implement a program quickly where we can get some of those units erected, so at least we can get that mother from under the tarpaulin with her children? That is the current situation in Belmont and Bluefields and elsewhere across the constituency. We also need, if you want me to ask it as a question, when will we be able to have some repair done to the gas station facilities, so that when somebody says to me they are coming from Kingston, I don't have to ask them to bring me low sulfur so that I can drive? When will we have some facility in place that persons can get access to fuel, so that they can, even the elected officials, that they can actually go to the communities? Madam Speaker, I have nothing but concern for the people that I represent. I don't care who they voted for. Not my concern at this time. I'm talking about the people and how they are currently living. Anybody who doubts what I am saying, take a trip for yourself. And if it doesn't cause you to have tears, then you are not human. Anybody that doubts what I'm saying, take a trip for yourself. If you think that I am just here grandstanding, take a trip for yourself and have a look at the situation. It is a total and complete disaster in eastern Westmoreland, and this is a crime.
Me I make that video, Mark Golding, Andrew Wallace. Me I beg you, send one rescue people them tomorrow. Them are dead, hungry, I kill them. Would them done pass through this time already? So you're going to dead again?
Tomorrow, 1 week.
Please, come on, Andrew Wallace, man. If you really have one human being blood that run through you, send me some water tomorrow. No one wake up in the man and hear say, Beast and Spring left all people them have some water. Send the helicopter, please. And if anybody, if Andrew doesn't do it, somebody else, me I beg you now. Your assistant, they need it, don't you? They need it. Right now, I tell you.
Today is Tuesday, November 4, 2025, and this message is to the people in Jamaica where the hurricane mash up and them they out in the field. See, them are soldier it out. But after most natural disaster, what typically follows if them not follow protocol is the outbreak of disease. We have a lot of people go down there and provide aid. Hopefully them can see this video and pass on this message. Field sanitation. There are 5 F of field sanitation, and one thing with army, them break down everything simple. We break it down simple because, to be honest with you, one of the brightest people joined the military. So we have to break it down simple. So the 5 F of field sanitation: finger, fluid, food, flies, feces. How that work? Finger, make sure you have clean hands at touch food or serve food or if you deal with anything with food. Clean hands. You might not have potable water out there right now, so as best as possible try not to touch food that you're gonna consume with your dirty hands. Next, fluid, clean water. Clean water, very important. Make sure not consume clean water. There's a dead bodies, everything out there's a contaminated. Stay away from dirty water. Number 3, food. Clean, proper food. We don't have refrigerator, electricity and all that gone, so no refrigerator for keep food at the proper temperature, store food or eating food, meaning the temperature that food supposed to be consumed at or kept at. So all of that. Then flies spread disease, meaning if you have dead body, there's a fly pitch on that and then step on it and come pitch on food or anything where you consume, spread disease there. And then feces, normal body function, make sure say uno do that at least 100 meters away from the regular populace, meaning there's probably not proper latrine or toilet facilities. However, use the field, dig a hole, do your business, cover it up. We have to maintain that, or else if we have a disease outbreak, it will be wickeder than the hurricane. So remember, 5 F of field sanitation: finger, fluid, food, flies, feces. Please.
Personal plea on behalf of the people of Westmoreland. I want to preface by saying that this isn't a criticism of things being done, nor am I saying aid should stop going in one area, but rather giving a first-hand account of what I witnessed yesterday as a volunteer and asking for more attention and support going to the people of Westmoreland. So yesterday a group of us went into the eastern Westmoreland area, and in particular White House, which is actually ground zero because that's where Hurricane Melissa made landfall. The fishermen took us to the fishing village, showed us the complete destruction of that area, destruction of their boats and so forth. We saw some private citizens. A huge aid came in. I want to big up Liquor Miss, Father Chow. This isn't a JLP or PNP thing. Everybody coming together to give support. Shana Randy and some others who were there also giving out aid. Now, after we left that area, well, one of the first things that struck me was that there was no presence of JDF in that area or large presence of JCF in that area, and this is supposed to be a disaster area. We went into the Peterfield area where, you know, there was the first time a lot of those persons are receiving aid, in particular those who their communities has been marooned off. We brought tools with us to clear some of the roads, but the tools that we have was not adequate, the chainsaw and so forth. And many of those persons are the first time they might get drinking water since Wednesday or Thursday when their supplies ran out. We saw dead bodies, a dead body being removed, and the residents there told us that there were at least three persons they know of that had to bury their own in the back of them yard because authorities now come to remove the body, and the bodies were there decomposing for days. Thankfully, we brought medical personnel and the doctors who were there. Well, one of the doctor, a member of our team came mid-tears. Yo, there's a lady like a 10 minutes walk up the hill. We have to take like a bike or bicycle to reach her, and the lady, you know, she's diabetic, bust her head. You know, we were able to get that doctor on the bike. A community person took them on their bike, carry them go up there to treat her wounds and so forth. We were able to check the pressure of the, you know, of the elderly folks that were there, and we gave out aid. And the people in the community, the community leaders, MP councils and so forth, they estimate that at least 1,000 homes have been destroyed. I mean, I'm talking, when you look on some communities, you'd think say a Hiroshima, Nagasaki, like an atomic bomb drop. Westmoreland, you know, for those who used to go eat here, you'd see like the lush vegetation. You'd think it's just a forest fire, just street, like, it's really sad. So I'm asking, remember Westmoreland.
Right here, so was the house, and the door was right here, so, and then this was the front yard, and then when we opened the door, we kind of climb on the steps and go outside into the front yard.
What do you think now? How you feel about all this here? Sad? Is that your backpack for school? Hmm? This is your school backpack?
Yes.
What's this here? Another bed?
Yes.
You used to sleep in there?
Yeah. There's some books right here, so, and comb.
Where is the human?
And right here, so, where the house was the other side, and we used to walk down, go to the bathroom.
You go to the bathroom down here?
Yeah.
What happened to the bathroom now? Tree fall on it, no true.
There's a fence right here, so.
Let's dance together.
I'll tell you now.
And a comb right here, so break.
Here's your comb.
This is my mother comb.
Yeah.
And this Jamaican book, but it's filthy. Books right here, so, and comb. And right here, so, where the house was the other side, and we used to walk down, go to the bathroom.
To go to the bathroom down here?
Yeah.
What happened to the bathroom now? Tree fall on it, no true. Yeah.
Yes.
But even in the ashes,
And this thing
the
was
Holy
mine.
Scriptures, and this is
This thing was mine because
still
it's
there,
a charger thing.
still right on. That was
This
yours?
is, yes.
Yeah, Holy Scriptures,
Take it out.
right here.
We're not asking because we are greedy. We're asking because the collaboration and the coordination on the ground is not reaching our people in South St. James. When I'm able to bring 2 bags of food like I did last night to the school at Malden High, they were not able to make breakfast this morning because it could only last 1 day. I'm asking you to help us to airlift some food into the communities, to get the sick people out of the homes and into the hospital. We have some pregnant mothers we were able to get to the hospital at Cornwall Regional just yesterday. Her baby was not moving anymore in her. We have an urgent need in South St. James, and I know everybody is trying. All I'm asking is don't forget South St. James in all of this, because we are proud farmers and we want to get back with our lives, but we need the donations to come to us too. We don't want to stay left behind because we're deep rural.
You know, I want to just take a minute to speak to those of you who are hardest hit, those of you in the parishes of Westmoreland, Hanover, Trelawney, St. James, St. Elizabeth. I know that your needs are immediate. I know you are anxious. You're dealing with the trauma of an event that you could never have imagined. Your question is therefore, when are we going to help? I want to give you the assurance that we are working all day, every day, to make sure that we come as quickly as possible. You know that the JDF is working with the Works Agency and the Constabulary and our fire brigades to try to re-establish communication and access to communities to which we have no connection at this point in time. I want to assure you that that work takes some time and it is difficult work, but it is being done. Help is on the way. I want you to know that even our international engagements and partnerships are geared at making sure more people come in with those skill sets to come and help you. We've had 300 people come in from El Salvador, trained in search and rescue, trained in public order, trained in delivery and allocation of disaster response, trained in health. So, and they are coming with medical supplies and other humanitarian support to help you. We've been engaging with the United States of America. I know you're seeing new helicopters flying overhead to supplement our JDF fleet in order to bring help to you even faster. These are the things that we are doing on the government side and on the foreign policy side in order to leverage all of our international relations to help you. So I ask you to be patient. I know it's hard. We ask you to understand that we are doing our best to get to you. I know it's hard, but we are coming. We will be there. Help will be fair. It will get to everyone, and it will be what you need. We're going to do our very, very, very best in that regard. You have the commitment of this government of Jamaica to you, the people of Jamaica.
Across the island, our first priority has been to deliver food, water, and medical support to every affected community. But we know that beyond these essentials, the greatest need is now shelter. Too many of our brothers and sisters have lost the very roofs over their heads. To address this urgent need, I am announcing a building support program for households in the most affected parishes as follows, and this will be an MP-driven program again.
Now my viewers and my subscriber, if you haven't liked the video as yet, please like the video right now and share it to a friend. Here we have the Prime Minister of Jamaica making an announcement of a disaster rebuilding housing plan, and this housing plan gonna include the opposition MP. They are the one who's gonna give the money because they won their constituency, so he's gonna give them money to help the residents of these communities that lost their houses, to help rebuild back their houses. Now I want you to listen, because these are the amount of money he's giving out. Now I'm not sure if it's USD or Jamaican dollars, but I'm quite sure it must be 10 million USD, and 5 million USD is given out to these MP to help do this housing disaster rebuild program. You understand? So listen what I go on here. So listen what the Prime Minister is saying.
St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney. $10 million will be allocated to each constituency in those parishes. You know, there was a debate in this House about whether or not any distribution to MPs should be done on a constituency basis equally. And I am of the view that every seat is equal. But in a disaster, that cannot hold. In a disaster, that cannot hold. In a disaster, that cannot hold. And I hope that MPs who were not as badly affected will not put pressure on me to make increased allocation. And so 10 million to the affected constituencies. Let me repeat: St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney. For St. Anne, Manchester and Clarendon, $5 million will be allocated to each constituency. For St. Anne, Manchester. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you for thank you for reminding me. No, it's in there. It's there. Unless they made an error and corrected it. But Manchester really should be the 5. I will resolve it. No, there might very well be an error in it, but yes, no. I mean that Manchester really should be 5. But let me resolve it. You're really listening. I appreciate that. All right. I will resolve it. Forgive. There's an error, obviously, in the speech. I will resolve it. I will resolve it. And for the other constituencies, $3 million per constituency. I think it's a fair distribution based upon everything that we have to go through. The letters, we will send the letters out, and I will resolve the issue with Manchester.
Now, my viewers and my subscribers, I want to run through some of these comments underneath this post on the Prime Minister Twitter, because he posted this video on his Twitter, and these are some of the posts underneath it. Jamaica Gleaner, constituencies in St. Anne and Clarendon will get 5 million. Another person named Trust Saram says, we discussed it days ago and we know this was gonna be his response. Just as in COVID, man I go give 20,000 to people and think it's okay. This time it's about 10,000 if we average 1,000 homes affected per constituencies. It's way more than 1,000 affected home in each constituency. So he's saying there's more than 1,000 home affected in each constituency, and if him give the MP that amount of money, in average a person would only get $20,000 to $10,000. May I say what? USD, car I know the contribution them was in USD, so this 10 million and this 5 million and these millions what he's giving out to the Jamaican MP them, he haven't make it clear if it's USD. But if it's in Jamaican dollars, a joke thing. Cause I'm gonna show you the average amount listed so far that the government have received in donation. Now, viewers and subscribers, boy, if a pre the reason here, you know, it has been reported in the media excluding release, supply and food. That means not including the relief, supplies and food. That means that no count. This total 274 million USD. That means so far the donation that have been calculated is 274 million US dollars. So this person is asking, why is only 10 million times 5 parish being allocated towards housing support? Why is only 10 million times 5 parish? Cause 5 of the parish them I get 10 million. Now I don't know, as I said, if it's USD they're gonna be getting it in or Jamaican dollars. But as I said, I am to myself, may I say it have to be USD. Cause the donation were issues in USD. Now the person asks, why is only 10 million times 5 parish located towards housing support? In other words, they saying that all of the constituencies them, all of the parishes them should have get the same amount of money, because anytime we check, all of the constituencies in Jamaica will have maybe around 66 constituencies. You understand? Or maybe 63, around that. So even if him give each of the constituencies 10 million, him still have 200 million. This are in cash, you know. And remember, food and all of them supplies there no count. You understand? So this person is saying when you give them only 5 parish 10 million and the rest of parish them 5 million, the rest of parish them 3 million, that only total to 319,000 USD. That's less than 12% of what he collected. Now, I'm going to show you the list of some of the donation. Donation source amount in USD, World Bank, 150 million. That was the insurance we take out. Then we have the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, 70,800,000. Then we have the United States Government State Department USAID, 12 million. Local reports, 11 million. United Kingdom Foreign and Commonwealth and Department Office, 3,360,000. Then you have Canada Global Affairs, 3,650,000. Central Emergency Response Fund, 4 million. The CAF Department Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean, 670,000. Then IFRC, International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, 23 million. The Walt Disney Company, 1 million. Miami Heat, 1 million. Then we have American Airline and Advantage members, 1,200,000. Then we have Sean Paul Foundation, the 50,000, and I presume there are other donations that not even on the list, like even Vibes Cartel donation, Spice donation, so many other artists that have donated, Shaggy, you understand, that not on the list, but so far that's the amount that has been collected. So I'm saying, remember, the project that is giving them the money for is housing redevelopment. And when you consider the state of the place, land, everything have to get clean, everything have to be, you know what I mean, get dealt with, and then them have to rebuild a constituency with that money, roads, everything. I don't know. So may I say this money cannot be 10 million Jamaican, it have to be 10 million US. And I think frankly, for build back the homes of the people them, where the people them can have a proper structure now, I don't think that amount of money is sufficient. And you can hear number 28 say, him don't want, after him give this money, no MP come pressure him for more money for deal with them constituency. So I don't know. However, let me read some more of the comments of what the people thought. Now, Rushy B say, based on the funds coming in, we should do way more for the people who lost their home. Logan Rich says, they handled that with real grace. That beat said, the opposition MP them angled that with real grace. Because them know say, that amount of money what he is handing out is chicken feed compared to the gigantic job what they have to do. This person say, Jamaica greatest prime minister. Another person named Heather Johnson say, Dr. Holiness is one heck of a prime minister. Love this strong, confident and resilient man. Now my final comment, this person named One College says, I'm hoping this gentleman is speaking about USD. Are the same thing me say too. I hope a USD matter about. Cause it cannot be Jamaican. And him should have get the people them more. Now my viewers and my subscribers, you see this next topic is very controversial. And what am I talking about? Vision 2030. Now we hear the Prime Minister said to us that by 2030 Jamaica should be fully digitalized. He said to us that a lot of the departments them in Jamaica already going digital. Yeah, he mentioned that pretty soon robots and humans shall be interacting in Jamaica, and him said it's nothing for us to be scared of, and it's something that we have to start embrace.
Jamaica needs to prepare itself for this dispensation of the fourth industrial revolution, where the cyber world will be paired with the physical world. So you're living in the cyber physical. Technology and machines are working together, not just to deliver services in an independent way that was largely delivered in a non-physical way. Now, as was demonstrated, you have machines that can be deployed with artificial intelligence that can function physically. So it's not just call center jobs that we need to be looking at very closely. It is other kinds of jobs that will also be impacted. The solution is not to hide from it. It's not to be fearful of it. The solution is for us to use the technology to increase the level of training and skills in our society so that our people can take on higher order tasks which bring higher order pay.
So I don't understand why when conversation like what I'm about to play, or topic like what I'm about to play, some people hear it and they start saying it's lie they're telling on the Prime Minister. When the Prime Minister itself tell you that by 2030 Jamaica shall be fully digital. Jamaica shall be a first world nation. Now Vision 2030 is not only for Jamaica, is what the world is aiming towards. Now I'm saying this to you, that this, when you hear these clips, they are intentionally put there to tell you the truth, because they know that you're gonna find the truth hard to accept. So they put these things in advertisement, they put it in movie so you can see. Don't you see from the day you born until this world, have you seen the world going backward? Don't you see the world going forward? And you see how fast we going forward with technology. So whether you want to believe it or not, Vision 2030 gonna happen. And ain't nothing we can do to stop it. And you can't say I lie me I tell upon the Prime Minister, and I lie the people myself upon the Prime Minister. But you gonna see it, because the Prime Minister tell you about Vision 2030. but only choose to achieve Vision 2030. It comes with a price. And this is what we see playing out now. Like here in time we young here, granny still we say, if we are good with those of the road, it's covered like say that. Vision 2030, it's had to happen. It must happen. And you know why it must happen? Because the Bible. It's in the Bible. The Bible tell you about it. So it will happen. Listen to this. Listen well. Better start. Embrace yourself like the Prime Minister telling us, say, don't be scared of it. Embrace it.
Was demonstrated. You have machines that can be deployed with artificial intelligence that can function physically. So it's not just call center jobs that we need to be looking at very closely. It is other kinds of jobs that will also be impacted. The solution is not to hide from it. It's not to be fearful of it. The solution is for us to use the technology to increase the level of training and skills in our society so that our people can take on higher order tasks which bring higher order pay.
It's coming. Believe it or not. Listen. It takes a 28 to play.
Yes, there are plans for a smart city in Kingston, Jamaica starting in 2030. And yes, the United States is already funding these plans to the tune of $100 million. Now, you might be thinking, oh, well, Kingston didn't really get hit. It was mainly the western portion of the country that got destroyed. That's the point. Where else is everybody supposed to go? They have to go east toward Kingston for shelter, aid, work, all of it. And they're going to use this sudden increase in population in and around Kingston to justify rolling out the infrastructure and technology that's needed for this project at an accelerated rate. Not to mention all of this land to the west that's been absolutely decimated. A lot of it contained agricultural land and tourist attractions, which means that Jamaica now is going to likely have to sell off the reconstruction of the land or the land itself to foreign countries for pennies on the dollar, because they're very much in debt. And I'm sure we can all think of some patents or technologies that may or may not exist that could or could not be used in a scenario similar to this one for the benefit of someone that I'm sure we're all aware of. And as usual, the further and further down this rabbit hole you go, the weirder and weirder it gets. So I'm going to make a series about it. Stay tuned for that. And as always, do your own research.
Jamaicans are so full of themselves, they keep selling their own selves without even knowing what's going to happen to them. They are so distracted. For the children, and it's a part of the Vision 2030 where all children must get vaccinated. Anyone ever sit and ask why? No, not Jamaicans, because America is their heaven. Anything goes once their gods speak. We told you over the years, and yet still all you people do is buy into the offers America hand down. We, the ancestors, keep telling you that is never ever about the people. Jamaicans just don't listen and will never ever listen. The culture is over. May the white God you all worship be with you. We, the ancestors, fought a losing battle because you people have become slaves again. This time it's going to be worse, very worst. So if you guys think we are trying to convince you, remember you don't have to listen to anything we say. Time will teach.
My brothers and sisters of Africa, my beloved people of Namibia, and my dear brothers and sisters across the Caribbean, especially the proud people of Jamaica, Today I speak not as a politician, but as an African daughter, as a voice of truth, and as a servant of the continent that has suffered too long under the hands of exploitation and betrayal. I speak today because I have watched with a heavy heart how some of our own leaders born from the womb of black nations, have chosen to turn their backs on the struggles of their own people and instead bow down to the interests of the very forces that enslaved, divided, and robbed us for centuries. And I must say this clearly, because silence now is betrayal. I will not be silent when our continent is mocked by those who choose greed over justice. I will not be silent when leaders who should stand with Africa's sons and daughters stand instead with the oppressors of our destiny. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, I am speaking directly to you. You have spoken with words that
hold on, mama. Me not stop your thing, but right now Andrew deal with a hurricane that way. Hold on there. Is a lady a tear him up on a hurricane female? Hold on there, Andrew. Go on, listen to the lady here, man.
Favor the West more than your own people. You have taken decisions that please the foreign hand but hurt the black heart. You have chosen to act against men like Captain Ibrahim Dandrauri, a young, courageous leader who has dared to stand up and say, Africa will no longer be a colony. Why, Mr. Honest, have you turned your back on such courage?
Long time.
Why have you chosen to stand with those who have fed on the blood and sweat of our people?
Andrew, I run from the struggle.
When I look at Burkina Faso, I see a nation that has decided to walk tall again.
Andrew,
I see a young leader who speaks truth without fear.
Andrew, lie,
I see a people who have remembered that dignity is not given.
Real talk.
It is taken back. Yet when this fire of African rebuild begins to spread, there are always those who rush to pour water on it. Not because they hate fire, but because they fear the light it brings. Mr. Holness, you have become one of those who fears the light. You speak of partnerships with the West, of foreign investment, of international cooperation. But these are the same words they used when they came with chains. The same soft words they used when they took gold from Africa, when they took sugar from the Caribbean, when they stole diamonds, oil and cocoa, and left behind poverty and pain. You say you sell Jamaica's minerals to the West, bauxite, rare earths and other treasures, all in the name of development. But I ask you, Mr. Holness, and I ask every leader who walks this same road, what kind of development is this that leaves the people poorer than before? What kind of progress is it?
None.
When the land grows empty, the hands that labor grow weary, and the heart of the nation grows hollow, you speak proudly of foreign investment, of partnerships, of trade deals. But tell me, who truly benefits?
In
who
that
develops?
department?
Who grows rich?
He's not
Who becomes
compassionate.
powerful? Is it the Jamaican farmer who toils under the burning sun, yet cannot afford to own the very soil he works?
And joining friend
Is it the Jamaican worker who spends long hours in the mines, inhaling dust and danger, only to return home to a house without light or running water? This is a young man in Kingston who watches foreign companies build empires from the minerals beneath his feet,
Tell him, sister.
while he cannot even find a job that feeds his family?
Real talk.
Is it the young woman in Montego Bay who wakes up every morning with hope in her heart,
It's not there
but
anymore,
must
mom.
choose between feeding her children and paying rent?
Real talk.
Tell me, is this this the development you speak of? Because I see something different. I see the same pattern that Africa has lived through for generations. I see wealth leaving the shores of Jamaica and returning as debt. I see ships carrying away your bauxite, your nickel, your gold, and in return bringing back loans, interest rates, and dependency. You call it investment, I call it modern day plunder, dressed in suits and contracts. And while foreign companies grow fat on your soil, your people struggle to afford the very products made from their own resources. You sell the raw material for pennies and buy back the finished goods for fortunes. They take your minerals and build their cities. They take your land and strengthen their industries. They take your land and leave behind promises that never grow. This is not development, it is deception.